Yes, yes, yes. This is me, Hudson George, tonight. Well, I didn't plan to do no live, but I think I have to go live tonight. And my topic is, it seems like if America will occupy Grenada again for a longer period of time. And the reason why America is going to occupy Grenada again is because we have too much of left-wing political idiots in the country. Idiots. Pure idiots. They have this mantra that they fight in left-wing and political struggle and they fight in imperialism. Now, we all know the history of colonialism. We know European colonization of the Americas. Right? Now, there's a conflict in South America for oil and gas. Guyana and Venezuela. As you know, they say thief, 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 and God laugh. Venezuela is a Spanish country, Guyana is an English country. The Spanish come from Spain and end up in Venezuela. The British come to Guyana and they take piece of land from the Dutch and call it British Guyana. The Dutch took it from the Spanish, right? But basically all this land belongs to native people, right? Now, in Grenada, we are a little country. There's a group of people that say they're anti-imperialists. We go through Bishop and Code already. And they do all the wickedness in the name of revolution until they kill each other. Right? Reagan invade them. So maybe if there's lunatics, there's idiots, then kill Bishop. Perhaps the regime will last longer. But after they kill Bishop, the American come in. After that, we back to democracy. We had two political parties evolve, NNP and NDC. And NDC come from NNP. Well, it is said that the American created the NNP party, right? And then, because they didn't want Gary to come back to power, they didn't want Eric Gary to come back. Because if they declare election after the invasion, quickly Eric Gary will win the election, right? And he'll be ashamed for Caribbean countries who support the American invasion. So they create an NP party and they get Howard Blaze put to rule. Right? Well, Howard Blaze died in power. He was an old man. He hardly could walk. But anyway, politics in Grenada have a lot of ignorance. Both political parties are ignorant people. Let us face the facts. And sometimes our politicians themselves, their language does be too aggressive, both sides. No. We could all live with NNP and NDC. I don't mind live with them, one vote in, one vote out. People vote how they want to vote. But here came them old PRG criminals back in politics. They show up in both NDC and NNP party both times. No, we have NDC in power here. Every day you see every month you see a new former PRG person including in the NDC political higher circle. Now I living in Toronto. I say it already and I say it again. We had Grenada Day this year. And I was supposed to be in the Grenada Day doing a little thing. But some old PRG people come in there and they screw it up. Right? Most less you had them in Grenada in this government, this Dick Mitchell government. And I put my neck on the block. Is them what caused Grenada to be in that problem today? Because if I'm correct, Dick Mitchell is 47 years old. He doesn't know about revolution. It's what he hear. And these people and them have him like a little puppet on a string, making stupidness in Grenada. Now, the American is making puppy show of the Dick Mitchell government. It's puppy show they're making of them. Okay. If you're so left wing and your advisors telling you about you into this anti-imperialist struggle, before that, Dick Mitchell said he's going to invoke Maurice Bishop spirit. They want to put shrine on the fort for Maurice Bishop. The average Grenadian don't know why Bishop and Code kill each other. Well, you want to put sign on the fort, tell the people of Grenada what you heard and what caused the killing. We don't know up to today. No. Then we see guys who spend all 20 odd years in jail in frontline politics again. Guys who were security guard for Maurice Bishop and Bernard Code popping up in NDC party chapter in Canada and in New York. They run things, right? And they behaving as if when they're in something is a central committee, they lead in there. Okay. No. I don't involve in politics, you know. I'm not an NNP or NDC because I don't carry no political card. I'm a Grenadian. But when I heard the news this evening, today, about America asking the Grenadian government for logistics because they're in conflict with Venezuela. Now, I don't have nothing against Venezuela. I've been to Venezuela when I was a young person looking for, you're young, you're looking for a new life. It's a country I like. For the Venezuela thing, I don't have no thing with Venezuela government or nothing. Now, when you run in a country, you must be diplomatic. The Dick Mitchell regime find itself in problem with Donald Trump regime. And Donald Trump is puppy showing them because you telling an independent country you want logistic from him, military place for military thing is what you telling what he's telling Dick Mitchell is, look man, is that you give me that logistic on the international airport or remove you from power. No? Okay. If you know you weak, you're not big in political struggle, why you interfering in big power politics? Stay out of that. The same stupidness Maurice Bishop and them was doing. They go in Cuba, Castro give them some gun, they think them is the biggest revolutionaries. Then they go to kill each other, America invade, and none of them don't fight. They didn't fight the other one to death. Now, they split in two. Pedro have a small group, and the other group ignore them. But Pedro group won't go no way, based on how things going. Better Pedro pack it up now. The tide don't looking good for him. Because even Dick, who was elected by the people, Donald Trump asking him for deal. He can't, waiting to see if he go say no. Waiting to see if he go say no. You see? So if we keep quiet and just run Grenada without getting involved in all this big politics, we wouldn't be in this stupidness. Because if the American come to get logistic in Grenada for military stuff, they wouldn't go this time. Look how many years the Castro family take rule in Cuba, and they can't get Guantanamo. The least up they can get it. Now, Trump asking Dick Mitchell for logistic. The latest news I heard this evening is on the airport, they want it. And he talking as if he doing as if he's big revolution, now he come to complete Maurice Bishop works. I heard on the radio they're advertising Heroes Day. Up to now they can't tell us who is the hero yet, but we're celebrating Heroes Day. Now Donald Trump is coming and going to ask him for logistic. What he go tell Donald Trump? We just talk bigger than what we are. I will give you an example what I observe in life. One time I was walking on a street in Toronto. And if anybody from Toronto, Grenadian from Toronto, listening to me tonight, I was walking a street that run east-west of Caledonia, from Caledonia to Dufferin. But it's way up around Bentwood Drive or Bentwood Road. But somewhere up from Caledonia there, and you could come up by just south of Yorkdale Mall, when you come on Dufferin. And by walking, there was a man walking behind me with a German Shepherd dog. And then the man wasn't walking that fast, and I was walking too. I think he came from a walk or something. So anyway, the man had this German Shepherd dog on a leash. He was a respectable white man. And then when we reached by a bungalow house in a veranda, a Chihuahua dog or a poodle, or you just call them a Chihuahua dog, saw the German Shepherd dog. And the Chihuahua poodle dog jumped from the balcony in the house. It was a bungalow house, a flat house, or we call it veranda, and come out in the road to fight with the German Shepherd dog. So I was laughing. I said, what? That little dog come to fight with a German Shepherd dog. So I chased the dog out, and I chased the little poodle Chihuahua dog. I chased it away. A young white woman come out inside the house and tell me, why are troubling our dog? So I said, well, your dog come out to fight with a poodle. Your little poodle dog come to fight with this man with the German Shepherd dog. She started, ting with your dog, and interfered with your dog. Then her dad came out, and the dad asked what happened. So the man with the German Shepherd dog said to her, the gentleman is trying to save your dog from my German Shepherd. Because you little Chihuahua poodle dog come out to fight with my dog. And look, I have this big dog. So the man told his daughter, why you so stupid? You quarreling with the gentleman for trying to save the dog, save we pet. And then she keep quiet and she go inside. No, the reason why I say that, those people who advising Dicky Mitchell with all this leftist politics, the stupid as the girl who have the Chihuahua poodle dog that I was saving from the German Shepherd. But at least the owner of the German Shepherd dog, holy German Shepherd dog, for money leech. So Grenada leftist, and them is just as that stupid young girl what he telling me leave the dog leave her poodle dog alone when he come out to fight with the German Shepherd. So what is going on in Grenada presently? We ask for it again. We go to Bishop Code now, Dick Mitchell, same stupidness. And the ladies in Grenada, politics is not emotions. Politics is serious business. It's not because you like a politician, you follow blindly. Keep your emotions for your femininity. This is not for politics. You like a leader, you like a leader. But you following blindly and you're putting people at risk in Grenada. Which political party you following? Politics is serious business. This is not like going to church and you like the pastor. Or you have emotions for what the pastor is saying. People life on the line. So when what they can go tell Donald Trump when Donald Trump asked him for the deal? If he tell Donald Trump no, as I see a lot of them on Facebook saying, oh, tell Donald Trump no. Well, I'm not no Donald Trump supporter. But I'm saying, we in Grenada, we just look for we thing. Like the Afro book, like the Afro song say, we want to bamba, we want to move with the big boys. You do big enough to take part in this global politics. And why I feel we in Grenada stupid? Dick Mitchell is a skinny black man. Black guy. Ralph Gonsalves wrong long with his left-wing thing, but he's a Portuguese man. Donald Trump not gonna ask Ralph Gonsalves for logistic. I mean geographically, yes. Grenada is close to Venezuela. We know that. We are neighbors. The three closest English-speaking Caribbean islands to Venezuela is Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada. We know that, yes. But when I say Ralph in the left wing talk all the time. But we in Grenada, we think we is the biggest set of socialists and leftists. And we fighting imperialism. But when we look at Grenadian left-wing thinkers' personal lifestyle, it has nothing to do like left-wing politics. As my good friend Perry called them, petty bourgeois socialist Marxists. And you guys putting us at risk. And when you give your opinion, they're calling you supporter of imperialism. It's not being supporter of imperialism. You don't go into war, you cannot win. So, if Trump wants military logistic on Grenada for war with Venezuela, which I don't think there will be war. Because if you have war between America and Venezuela, it's big war. Because I saw this evening on the news president of Colombia was saying the last boat the Americans sunk and the people die is not a Venezuelan boat. It's a Colombian boat and the president is upset, right? But what I'm saying, with us in Grenada, we like to push ourselves in things like chow and pull dog. We don't have the economics for this kind of politics we're into. And our geopolitical position is a stepping stone to South America. Dickie Mitchell is 47 years. He don't even know about the revolution. Building shrine for Maurice Bishop. So when the Americans see that now, they say, all right, oh, you are in heroes there? You don't want to recognize my October 25th? Well, I'll come in for you. And next thing too, if Grenada didn't go back to what we call democracy, how Dickie Mitchell will be a prime minister in Grenada? It's because we had free election. So he should look after that before he going back into this Maurice Bishop thing. And as I say, it again, St. Paul's is not Grenada. So the set and left is what close to this NDC government is a St. Paul's base, basically. And the Pedro base is carnage and all about and one or two water boys from the countryside. Just get involved in it. All the leftists from the country, I call them water boys. Because the young people don't really, when the St. George people don't recognize them as equal Grenadians. So, if America ever get any military foothold of Grenada again, they won't leave. They won't leave. And another thing again, we shouldn't get ourselves involved in this kind of politics. Who Grenada does trade with? You trade in with it. America, remittance money, SGU, real estate in the South, all is American dollar what passing there. You understand? So, if America sanction us, I don't live in Grenada, but if we sanction, where you go it? And I don't know all the game. The closest relationship country to Grenada is Trinidad and Tobago. We all know that. So Kamala go with Trump. Right? Right? She talk about link with Guyana with the East Indian thing. She didn't say direct East Indian. We know that. It's that. Now most Grenadian and Trinidadians are family. They could be brother, sister, uncle, cousin, auntie, grandma, grandpa, great-grandpa. We all one blood, right? We know that. I'm talking about the black ones now in Grenada, and even the Indian one too. And the French Creole ones too in Trinidad. They come from Grenada. Now, small group of Grenadians are talking about anti-imperialist thing. Yes, we know that. Racism in America. I live in Canada. Who tell you Latino people are racist too? As I said, I don't want to talk about racism again. Because racism come in all kind of... You don't know who racist and who not racist. I don't look at white people alone at racist. All kind of people racist. And there's all kind of prejudice. So, I don't want to get into that. Because the St. Paul's factor and the carnage people, the factors in Grenada, they don't see we country people as them. So that's prejudice too. So I don't want to get into the race talk tonight. So and prejudice talk. But what I'm saying again, the Yankee ever get come back in Grenada again, they don't go in. No, they don't go in. They go stay there forever. And we shouldn't be in that way again. We should have be just quiet and play a little diplomatic role. Say, well, this, that. Okay. Another thing. Me and Motley talking how she talk. How come they don't ask Barbados? As I said already, Grenada is close to Venezuela than St. Vincent and Barbados. But I just draw an example. And also it could be because Grenada have oil too. Right? The white people know what is under the sea more than us. Plus, in Grenada we don't know how to talk. We could be very insultive. The way we insult each other. You don't insult foreigners like that. Or MPs, the language they're good too. So Donald Trump just papi showing Dick Mitchell in a way. Before I close, I will say Donald Trump is telling Dick Mitchell, if I don't get my deal, I'm going to get rid of you from power. And the one or two little leftists you are wrong. They could save you with the power. Some of them been to jail already. Old criminals, talking law and all. And I want two stupid one in Toronto. They think them is big revolutionaries, you know. So we find ourselves in GruGru-Baily crossway. If the American come back Grenada, they're going to leave again. And if we keep quiet, we don't end up in this thing. We, like eggs in rockstone dance. Our diplomacy is weak. That's why we end up in this crap. I'm gone till I come again. Hudson George as usual. I'm gone.